I'm SeriouslySurly. Hi, I'm SeriouslySurly. I will be doing Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition on the current patch. So if you've seen an Infinity Engine run before, forget all the tricks and tips that you knew. We don't use any of them because they got patched out. So I'm just going to go through character creation real quick. Everyone say hi to Hobbs. This is my dog. He's a good boy. We are going to be playing a half-elf bard blade. So with the addition of the Enhanced Edition, they expanded a lot of the class options that were available from the originals. The blade has a very unique ability that we use called Offensive Spin. All it does is double our movement speed. We use it and abuse it for pretty much the entire early game of the run. So here we come into stats. For those of you who have played Baldur's Gate or a similar D&D-esque game, you will know that we spend a lot of time in this screen trying to min and max our characters. For me, I really only need 3 requirements. I need my strength over 15, I need my dex at 18, and I need charisma at 18. And these help me with some in-game checks that allow certain triggers to happen. And I'll talk about those when we arrive at them. For our weapon proficiencies, we don't care. We don't swing a weapon the entire game, so we just ignore it. I'm going to do some quick color coordination here because we all like a good orange. As well as everybody in the community has their favorite voice. My personal one is Jovial. You'll get to hear plenty of him. I believe there was a name incentive. Do we have what the name of the character is? Perfect. Pop that open here. Perfect. Cool. So everybody's beloved character from Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, we shall be playing as Minsk. Not Boo. Don't tell me to go for the eyes. So, the quick rundown. Strength for a check, dex to help our pickpocketing value, and charisma for shop prices and checks. We also want to be either neutral or good, because the reputation system also influences our shop prices. For that, for our mechanics, we are going to be playing on the core rules, and timer is going to start after I click done right here. So, if we are ready, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. This is the prologue. We are going to go talk to our mentor and foster father, Garayan. We are going to avoid talking to our long childhood friend, Imwin, for right now. We have imminent danger, threat to our life, so we're going to leave, and now Garayan's dead. So then, we talk to Imwin, because she doesn't follow instructions very well, and followed us out of the keep. We're just going to grab a few things off of her, and talk about our item selection here in a little bit. This is our other one. They also have one whole item that I want, and that's all their usefulness. Now, we're just going to dip them from our party. They're another one because they're evil and we don't like them, we don't trust them. Imwin because we want to protect her, we like her. Now we're going to go open up the map a little bit. Baldur's Gate functions kind of in the premise that you don't know anything because you were sheltered in Candlekeep for your entire life. So you kind of have heard of a few places, but you don't actually know where anything is. So all the cities will be highlighted, but you don't know how to get there. This is just a ring and a rock. You can ignore that for right now. So as we open up the map, as we explore, we get access to new areas. Once you know where an area is, then you can go there again. So this is going to be useful for when we're trying to get to Chapter 3. Chapter 3, we have to do a very long skip in the world map, just so we can get from point A to point B. Now, we are getting some random encounters on occasion here. So every time we rest, or every time we travel from area to area, and it takes time. For every, I think it's 4 hours of travel, there is another encounter check. Every encounter is kind of predetermined as to based on where the area is. We're going to do our first little bit of shopping here. We're going to identify that ring we found in a rock. I'm going to buy some potions of explosion because everyone likes fireballs. And a little bit of protection, some identify, some shields, mirror image, and some invisibility. One of the excellent things about bards is that they are kind of a jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing. You'll notice we had pickpocket either. Typically that's a thief trait. We can use spells and scrolls, which is typically a wizard trait or a sorcerer. But we kind of do it all, and we sing on top of it, so we're kind of the best class. So here we're just moving through the map again. This is not the ideal route to take to get to where we're trying to go. However, it opens up the map that allows us to do what we want to do for Chapter 3. So here, we get a little experience, a little extra money. We saved a crazy person from a cursed sword. Those are some chapter things. They involve story. We're just going to blithely ignore that. I guess one more question while I'm sitting here. And I don't see it. Did we meet the Talk to Nuber and Rodnim incentives? Because Nuber's coming up, like, right now. Okay. Then we will head east and ignore the fact that Nuber exists. Everyone give a sad heya to Nuber. That is a deadly encounter, so we just quit out and try again. There we go. There's going to be a lot of saving and manipulation of states, so it's a D&D game, so we function kind of on round counters. If you ever played D&D, you know the talk about rounds. So for every round you get an action. For every action, you then have the delay until the next round. We don't like waiting that long, so we're going to do a few abuses of the quick save, quick load system to try and shorten the time between rounds, which is fine. This is Nashkel Mines. Cast a few spells on my way in here. One of them was armor, the other one was invisibility. Armor is going to help protect me against some missile attacks I'm going to receive. And invisibility is going to just ensure that I'm not seen throughout the entirety of the mines. So like all good set dungeon RPGs, we just memorize the map and walk the shortest distance between two places, ignoring all the kobolds and ignoring everything in the way. Coming up here is going to be our first potential death. There is a trap in the floor. If it hits me, it has a 1 in 4 chance of killing me. But then we put on mirror image, which then reduces the chance for my main body to be hit by a third. You'll notice that I had 3 clones very briefly, now I'm down to 2. The trap hit one of my buddies there. So coming up is going to be our very first fight. This will be the end of Chapter 2. And all we're going to do is that wand we found in a tree at the outside of the mines. We're just going to put that on. And we're going to hit him with it. It's low damage, we're going to try again. It's lower damage, it's worse. That's good. So now we're just abusing the quick save, quick load mechanics here to get those shots off as quick as possible. You'll also notice that I was checking out the damage in my screen down here, make sure that I was going to be able to kill him. Preferably, we like to do that in 2 shots. Sometimes it takes 3, and that's fine. But that was Mulahey. That was our very first fight. That's kind of how a lot of these are going to be looking. We're going to walk in invisible, and then just walk right out after our job is done. So we're going to come into the carnival here. The carnival has one very specific item we want. Number of shops, but only one item that we want. And that is our very important necklace of fireballs. Fireballs is everyone's favorite spell, and we will be using them just as often as we use the wand. So here we're taking a very long trip, using all that map that we opened up at the start of the game. to try and get to the thieves' camp. After we killed Mulahay, we read his notes. We didn't, but we've read them before, so we know where we're going. And we're going to go join the bandits. The bandits are our strength check. We needed to have that strength over 15 in order to convince them that we are a very angry berserking type and that we would be a good fit with the bandits. But we don't really like them, so we're just going to quickly wander through their camp, do a little bit of thieving, and then we're going to be on our way. I'm going to rest here quick, drink a potion. This potion is going to protect me from lightning. As you'll see in a second, it's going to be very important. Then we just kind of walk in, take all their stuff, and walk right out. Ta-da! We're tired of being a bandit, and those notes we picked up tell us about a secret mine out in Cloakwood. So Cloakwood is one of the really long sections of the game. It's a number of maps, there's lots to do, there's even more to see, and once again, we're just going to be blazing right through it. So if you have a donation, now is going to be a good time as I just walk my way to the mines.
I definitely do. We have $50 from Frackle, who says, "Go for the eyes, boo."
So, you got time.
Sure thing. We have $5 from Nody Lindsay, who says, "Hi, Hops." And $25 from Chris, who says, "Never thought I'd see someone I know in a GDQ. Good luck, Surly."
Thanks, Chris.
As dark. You have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
And $15 from Kawaku, who says, "Kind regards from Japan. Let's see even more gaming hours in support of Direct Relief by reaching for the Super Mario Odyssey incentive."
I'm here to help.
Right, one more.
Sure thing. We have $15 from JC in Japan. As an American living abroad in Japan, it has been heartbreaking to see what has been happening in the US for the past couple of months. I'm putting this stimulus money toward where it should have gone in the first place, supporting those who are keeping our families and ourselves alive. Thank you so much.
Cool. So we have arrived at Cloakwood, and we are attacking the darkness with fireballs. We are trying to hit this guy named Drasus up here. He has a very, very important item for us. Well, they are called the Paws of the Cheetah. Wonderful. There we go. He's running, so now we kind of have to get a little lucky here. Because as he's morale failuring, he runs randomly. So I'm hoping, there we go. We got it. These are their Paws of the Cheetah. They double our movement speed. And I also have a oil of speed on, so I currently have quad movement speed. Welcome to the new age of speed tech. Now, we cast our last invisibility scroll there. We're just going to wander our way through the Cloakwood mines, much like we did in Ashkel. There's lots of miners in here. They're being abused and yada yada. But we're going to save them. It'll be fine. Level up quick here, because there are traps, and they have a good chance of killing me if I don't do that properly. There we go. We made it. No lightning bolts, no magic missiles. We are safe for a little while longer. Down here is going to be our second fight. This is Davier, or however you want to pronounce his name.
I'm here to help.
He is an angry mage who's got lots of protection and summons bad things, but if we just walk past him and wander him in the back, and then wander into darkness, and then wander back out, and wander back out, we can deal with him pretty easily. So, that was Cloakwood. After killing him, we now know that someone in Baldur's Gate is pulling the strings behind all of this, and that we're going to go do something about it. So we are headed to Baldur's Gate City proper, after we wander out of Cloakwood.
I'm here to help.
And we are going to do another bit of shopping, which is going to allow us to get the rest of the items for the game. And then we're going to go talk to a duke about Candlekeep. And yeah, we've got time for a few more donations as I do some walking and some shopping.
Sure thing. We have an anonymous $1,063 donation. Wow, thank you so much for your amazing generosity.
It's amazing, thank you.
And $10 from Tokyo Down. GDQ is made for pandemics. Thanks for helping people out and keeping us people indoors entertained.
To indulge in old man. Yes.
Here we're just going to identify some of the items that we've picked up along the way. Most of them from chests, some of them from rescuing people. We're going to buy some potions of invisibility, some more speed, about a half speed. We'll do a little bit of thieving later. Then clairvoyance. Clairvoyance is just a good quality of life thing that we found a little while back. Now we're going to go zoom again. And we're going to go talk to Scar. Scar is the guy we met outside on the bridge. He wanted to give us a job. We turned him down. But we've reconsidered. We're going to go here and go, oh, that's scary. Bad things are happening. And go talk to Scar, because that scared us so much, we have news to tell him. He goes, that's good news. And brings us to meet a duke. So the dukes are part of the ruling body of Baldur's Gate. And are currently under threat from a nameless antagonist at this stage. Now we're going back to Candlekeep. This is where the game started, in case you've forgotten. And we're going to go talk to a guy about maybe doing some light contract murder. But we're not terribly interested, so we're going to go be thrown in jail for having talked about contract murder. Although we are being accused of the murder we did not commit. But that's fine. We're being framed. Now, one of our good childhood friends just broke us out, and we're wandering our way through the caverns below Candlekeep. Why are these here? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. Why you would have damp and wet underneath a building full of books doesn't make any sense. Seems like a bad idea. But, it's a very difficult section of the game, not for a speedrun, because, once again, we're just going to be invisible and walk straight through.
I'm here to help.
That was Chapter 6. There are only 7 chapters in the game. We are in the final chapter already. We are headed our way back to Baldur's Gate, where we're going to do a little bit of light thieving, some fireballing, and then we're going to go beat the game.
Oh, there, wander. Stay thy course. At once.
And we'll just wander up here. These are the sewers. This was found very, very recently by a bum, and he kindly reminded us that the sewers exist and are actually quite useful. So this is again just abusing some quick save, quick load to try and get some potions through quicker. That was 3, but I got all 4 of the documents I need. So there are 4 potential items to steal from Slythe there.
Hello, mate. You look a friendly.
And 2 of them are what we need. We need 2 documents. One to say that, hey, we have an invitation to this meeting. Hi, Bill.
At once.
And the other one is the incriminating evidence we need to tell everyone that Saravok is a bad guy. We all know the best laid mastermind plans have good paper. So once again, we are just going to cast some fireballs at the darkness. That whole room of people just turned into doppelgangers. That seems like a bad thing, so we're going to just kill it with fire. We're keeping an eye on my damage, as well as... There we go. That looks fantastic. So now you'll see that all these guys are running around with their heads cut off because they've taken too much damage. So I'm gonna do... Oh, you're in my room. Don't be in my room. Now we're just gonna do a little bit of cleanup. Once again, if we are out of sight, we can quick save, quick load, and not be in combat. That guy wants to hurt me. we're going to try and hurt him back. There we go. Yeah, help me. That's good mage. Wander in here. Save again. So this is one of the areas where a lot of the speedruns can just go south. Need Belt and Leah to hurt him, so otherwise I'm going to have to use explosions and this can get hairy. There you go. Get him, Belt. Get him! Oh, the problem here is that I can't use big AoE weapons on this guy because these two are in the way. And if they're in the way, I can't hit them, otherwise it's an automatic game over. It's very unfortunate, but this does happen. Come on, get him. You can get him. Oh, that was almost enough distance. Almost. You're so close. There we go. That's enough distance. Got it. I just need to quickly... Oh. I accidentally hit one of them. That's okay. We have saves. What we're gonna do is, after we talk to them, we get transported to the Thieves Guild. So Sarevok chases us around for just a second, and then we get teleported here. We're just going to put on some of those items that we've kind of picked up and accrued over time. One of them is Shadow Door, which is a greater invisibility. Fast, that would be great. There we go. And then we're going to go in through the maze. So remember Clairvoyance from our second shop? That's here. And it just opens up the entire map, and now we get to wander through. And it's another great time for some more donations.
Sure thing. We have $5 from Katie J. First time donating and couldn't be for a better cause. Stay safe, everyone. We have a $50 anonymous donation who says simply, I appreciate what you guys do. We appreciate you, Anonymous. Thank you so much.
Being a hero is hard work. Time to rest. I'm here to help.
We have $25 from Unsigned Reality Check. Finland chiming in. Baldur's Gate is the game that made me fall in love with RPGs and will always hold a special place. Stay safe, everyone.
Cool. So now we are in a Temple of Baal under the city. This is where Sarevok is teleported to after that little Duke fight. Wait for that to hit. We are good to go. All we did there, what we are wearing is a globe of magic shielding, and then we just drank a pot of invisibility, so none of this entire room can see us, despite the fact that we're just dancing on some traps. No idea where I am. And that's it. That is time. So, as you can tell, we have skipped a lot of what makes Baldur's Gate so well loved. That said, there's lots of opportunity for a whole bunch of different routes and different things that are available to us. This is just the any percent, let's go as fast as we can category. A few quick shoutouts to Lintform and Jebedo for joining me on this wonderful adventure into both speedrunning and just delving into the Baldur's Gate abuse, more or less. And thanks GDQ for having me, and thank you to everybody who is donating and supporting this. It's absolutely fantastic. Thank you.
And it looks like that's my time. I'm going to turn the mic over to my next host, CrunchyLux. Thanks for all the fun, and keep those donations coming. In the meantime, while we switch things up, we're going to switch to a quick Twitch ad. So stay with us.
Good morning, speed friends, and welcome back to CRDQ, Corona Relief Done Quick, raising money for direct relief. My name is CrunchyLux. I'm going to be your pal behind the mic for the next couple of runs, and I am way too excited to be here at this early hour. I'm not entirely sure how I was able to walk from my bed to this seat. I think that's just the sheer power of the speed runs and the greatness we've got going on here today. Hope y'all are doing fine this delightful morning. We've got some amazing runs for you today. Coming up next, we've got Pokemon Sword with Ecchi. That is going to be a legendary run. I haven't watched it yet because it hasn't happened, but I can see the future just enough to know that much. But that's not really the reason I'm here. I'm here to make sure that all y'all can hear your generosity repeated back to you. So let's get right back into some of your donations. We have $300 from Ilaria. Thank you for bringing us joy during this difficult time. Thank you for your generosity, Ilaria. We've got $25 from Alpha Centauri. No comment, but we appreciate your generosity, and we're glad I was able to get here as quickly as it did, given the distance between our star systems. That is not a short distance to travel. We have $250 from Schultzor. Again, no comment, but thank you so much for your generosity. We've got $100 from Shayak, who says, "Is honk still a thing?" Well, I don't know about you, but I know that $20 from Goose57 says honk. So they obviously think so. We have $100 from the Cat Umbrella. I'm not even sure how that would work, but thank you so much for your generosity, Cat Umbrella. We have $100 from Spoils of the Vault. No comment, but I suppose the Vault is not one for many words, but the Vault is still very generous, and we thank you so much for that. We've got $100 from Scaled Yeti. That's a mental image I did not need at this hour, but thank you so much for your generosity. Now, friends, as I'm sitting here going through all y'all's donations, and goodness gracious, I am never not amazed by how generous you all are. I'm also sitting here looking at our donation total. We are currently sitting at a bit over 216,000. That is an enormous number. I am amazed we've managed to do so much in just one weekend. For comparison, Harvey Relief Done Quick was sitting at $229,454.94. Another enormous sum, but we are seriously on track to break that this weekend. And the fact that GDQ can always continue to push it so much is mind-boggling and very humbling for me to be able to be a part of such a thing. And if you need something to help to perhaps put those donation dollars toward, we've got a fantastic incentive still waiting in the wings. You know, y'all might realize we got some Super Mario Odyssey coming up a little bit later, which is one heck of a speed run, and we got a little bit of bonus for you there. We have a Super Mario Odyssey World Peace. If you all manage to meet that one, Dangers will perform the World Peace run of Mario Odyssey in that bonus game 3 time slot. And I would love to see me some Mario Odyssey. That's a run that I always enjoy no matter how many times I see it. That one takes 60,000 to meet. We are currently sitting at a bit over 12,500. So that one is absolutely one we can meet. I've seen y'all do amazing things, and I know you can do this one. So let's do that. Let's go on that Odyssey. I think some of you may have been expecting me to just burst into a magical rendition of, I forgot the name of the song. Oh no! Abort bit. Moving on. Back to donations. Here we go. We have $100 from Anonymous. Anonymous being traditionally tight-lipped, but thank you for your generosity, Anonymous. We do appreciate it. We have $8 from Roy Donk, who says, sometimes you don't think it be like that, but it do. We got $100 from Luminaro, who is apparently just bringing the light, not the comment, but we thank you for your generosity. Goodness gracious, it feels like I might have missed something here because I'm seeing $5 from Snazzy Octopus, who says, $5 train, choo-choo. And then I see $5 from Anonymous, who says, all aboard. And then we have $5 from Sheepy Sheep, who says, $5 donation train, meh. All right, and $5 from Pudding Witch, choo-choo. But it looks like the train is going to have to wait right now because it's the moment y'all have been waiting for. Let's hear it for Etchy with Pokemon Sword. Take it away.
He actually just came back from the rest.